agent of the swarm.
Cerebrit, be warned. While Dagoth is occupied with the forces of the Dominion, the emanations of the chrysalis have called even more of our enemies to Jar.
These too shall be eradicated by your hand, Cerebrit. For you grow more cunning with each passing battle. Indeed, you are a testament to my will and the fury of the swarm. Yet first must you stay your wrath and watch over the chrysalis a while longer. For the very hour of the Sleeper's rebirth is at hand, and soon my greatest creation shall be loosed.
Oh snap, the egg is gonna hatch. Wonder what's in that egg. I think I know what's in that egg. I think it's plot. The Overmind's hatching plot over here.
Alright. All crews stay frosty and keep your eyes peeled for our target. Remember, not only are we up against the Zerg here, but our old pal General Duke may be creeping around too. Let's hope this trip wasn't a big mistake.
Ah, shit. We gotta fight Raynor's Raiders. I guess technically they weren't called that here in StarCraft 1. It's just the Blue Terrans. But we're gonna call them Raynor's Raiders. So yeah, in this mission we get access to the Queen. And what does the Queen do? She's more like a utility unit. What we're gonna do right now is the biggest thing in this mission is put a parasite on this dropship. So we don't have to scout anymore. They can do it for us. But they're also going to be annoying because they keep doing this up until the very end. They just keep dropping units at our front and harassing us. We're just a couple of bugs trying to hatch an egg. What's wrong with that? Yeah, these Terrans are not as aggressive as Alpha Squadron. As you saw, the Firebats aren't stimming up. Marines aren't stimming. Rangers Raiders is kind of chill. They're just like, I don't care. Put another parasite on this dropship. And yeah, for the first couple of minutes, or as you can see right now at the 7-minute mark, or 7 minutes and 45 seconds, there's nothing more that you can do than just build up your base, defend against these attacks, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not really that hard. There's like 3 entry points for the Terrans. There's one right there where you see we keep fighting, one at the top where this sunken colony is going to be built, and one from the bottom near the egg, except the egg is more protected because it already has the defenses. It's the worst they ever get. It's like towards the end of the countdown, where they normally send out a lot of units. But yeah, see here, they're not getting through. 2 sunken colonies are pretty good at dealing with all of this. With the 3 Firebats, I kind of got worried and sent my unupgraded Hydralisk there. This shows you what a mistake it was in StarCraft 2 to put Hydralisk in and not put in the speed upgrade. I think they had range? Or no, you had to upgrade the range too. But they were still this slow. I don't know what they were thinking with that one. It was kind of like a dumb move. Anyways, yeah, once you get your base up and running, you want to start building more units for your counterattack against Jimmy's forces. So yeah, egg is almost gonna hatch, so I'm just gonna time skip ahead a little bit here to where it's almost ready.
Cerebrit, the chrysalis is opening. Do not allow any Terrans near it.
We require more Vespene gas.
Oh, wait a minute. It'll get there. Yeah, they're dropping units. They're getting ready. 3, a 2, a 1.
Arise, my daughter. Arise, Kerrigan.
I by your will, Father. I live to serve. Let all who oppose the Overmind feel the wrath of the Swarm.
Well done, Celebrate. What I have wrought this day shall be the undoing of my enemies. Let not a Terran survive.
Mother of God. Kerrigan, what have they done to you?
They turned her into plot. And you might think, oh man, this, but it's such a little plot. And like, no. This plot reaches all the way to StarCraft 2. This is what, like 98? When original StarCraft or something like that. Point is, this plot's been going on since the 90s. And it didn't end until 2016? Something like that. And boy, what an ending. It's like Dragon Ball Super kind of ending. It was actually kind of like, for a little bit. The actual ending of the whole thing was pretty nice. But yeah, you had to endure a little bit of a rough action moments. But we'll get there one day. First, we gotta finish the first one. And by first one, I mean original StarCraft. Anyways, yeah. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna do a mass drop on these Terrans, since we only have to kill the Jimmy's command center. What we're gonna do is just load up a bunch of overlords with units and drop them in that area and just let them loose, or like Beyblade, to let it rip. Kerrigan's here for defense for the base, which is more than enough. So we're just gonna build a bunch of Zerglings, a bunch of Hydralisks, upgraded Hydralisks, by the way. You need the speed and range, and yeah, just get in there. As you can see, not that hard to build a whole lot of units. I skipped a little bit, but yeah. The hardest part is loading up all these flying elephants. For some reason, it feels like, I guess because Zerg pump out a lot more units a lot more quickly, it feels like these overlords just aren't enough. Even though dropship and shuttles have the same capacity, but for some reason those feel like they have more room. Well, actually no. The Protoss also feels the same way, because the Dragoon is essentially the slots of a siege tank. It's 4 slots. And that's what, your second basic unit? Like, Marines, or Terrans is the Marines, Zerg is the Hydralisk, Protoss is the Dragoon. So it goes from 1 slot, 2 slots, 4 slots. The only downside to doing this mass drop with the overlords is you get to hear their grunts all of the time. Yeah, so see, now that we're nice and packed, we got, I don't know, a bunch of overlords filled up. We're gonna do the strategy I talked about a little bit before. We're gonna put 3 at the front, and the rest are gonna follow after. Why these 3 at the front? Because they're empty, and they're gonna attract the fire of these missile turrets. See, it works. Boom. Except they start targeting our overlords full of units, but it doesn't matter. The whole point was to get a distraction going so you can get some units on the ground, and then the units on the ground can take care of the anti-air. And it worked. These Zergling, I don't care. They're cheap. They're cheap labor, who cares? So yeah, this is the one thing I give Zerg players respect to, at least in this game. This and Brood War. Moving all these units with a 12 unit maximum is it's quite a hassle. This is why I also didn't like Zerg. It was just too much to move all these cheap little units, and then like most of them died right away. So it was just like, oh great, all this effort I put into just moving the units, and then they just get blown up right away. Nah. Plus, they're bugs. They look stupid. But yeah, we're essentially done in this mission. After you drop right there in the corner and you manage to get all the units down, then all you have to do is kill Raynor's command center. We're doing the alternate win con. Like, I guess we could wipe out everything and not kill Raynor's command center, but by the time we get here, if we wipe everything else, then it'll die. So, oh, whatever. We did this.
Sarah, is that really you?
To an extent. I'm far more than I once was, Jim. You shouldn't have come here.
But the dreams. I dreamed you were still alive, that somehow you were calling to me.
I was. While I was in the chrysalis, I instinctively reached out to you and Arcturus telepathically. Apparently, Arcturus sent Duke here to reclaim me. But that was then, Jim. I'm one of the Zerg now, and I like what I am. You can't imagine how this feels.
So, what? Are you gonna kill me now, darling?
That is certainly within my power. But you're not a threat to me, Jim. Be smart. Leave here now, and never seek to confront the Zerg again.
Doesn't look like I had much choice.
Such a dumb quote. It's like, oh, don't confront the Zerg again. But then you're gonna start taking over all the planets, so he has to eventually. So yeah, that was it. We gave birth to Kerrigan. Well, not we, the Overmind, but you know what I mean. Time for the next mission.